What we doing today, all right?
One mid tip, keep down to like 1.5, keep my bed wide.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? I get a lot of insights on my YouTube videos, likes, comments, but my subscribers just isn't going up as quickly. If you don't already, please drop a subscription and be sure to like and comment on my videos. Turn that bell notification on, and without further ado, let's lock in. I start by picking my client's hair, always. Prepped head is the best head to cut. I go in my detachables. I usually use a number 1, but he wanted to try number 1.5 today. So that's what we doing. These detachables are flowing right through his head, as you can see, and it's keeping everything even. If you don't know, these detachables, if you don't have a pair, get you a pair. Now I'm just going around his entire head, just making sure everything's even. And as you can see, it's popping his waves out, and I'm barely even, I've barely touched his head already. That's looking good. And man, when I'm shaving somebody's hair down, I stay away from the crown and the swirl of their head, because I do not want to create a light patch there. As you can see, that's the very last thing I do, because I want to see which way the pattern goes of his hair. And here I'm taking my Low Pro FX1s, and I'm just creating like a rainbow like guideline right under his temple area. Here I'm taking my Stylecraft Instincts. These things are shredders. I've been advertising them and marketing them time and time again, but here we are. I'm going to level all the way open. I'm going to level halfway closed. Just trying to create some transition. Level all the way closed now, knocking out that line. That looks good. Level all the way open for the beard work. I'm just reversing my steps here, going downwards. You don't want to take too much of the hair off. Just reverse the steps, and that looks good. Here I'm using my 1.5. Because I use the 1.5 with the grain, I can use the 1.5 open. Just trying to knock out some of the bulk, if any. Sometimes you necessarily don't never really have any bulk, but it's always okay. It's okay to check. It's okay. So because my 1.5 wasn't taking any bulk off, I decided to close it. Here I'm using my number 1 guard, and I'm just, like you said, I'm just staying within, the rainbow light guideline that I've did with my trimmer, so I can stay on pace, and so it could be a transition, and you'll see. The detachables that I was using in the beginning of the video was the Astas. They're octane lithiums, and they are cordless. I did want to shine light to them. Ever since I got them, I told myself I would never get a pair of detachables, and you know what? Let me just go ahead and upgrade my equipment. So I didn't pay at least $340 for them, and it come with 2 blades. It come with 2 guards, and then after that, every other guard that you pay for is no more than $35. So you got some that's $28, and some of them that's mid-30s. If you don't already, go get you a pair, or you can try the classic 76s. I've used them once, but other than that, I'll go with what's newer. So that's why I picked the octanes. As you can see, I'm locked in. I'm locked all the way in. This cut coming together dope. That look good. And I'm just detailing. If you see me using the 2 teeth and turning my clipper to the side in a way, I'm just detailing, just trying to make sure it is a transition. Now I'm really detailing because I have no guard on here. No God, that came together clean. As you can see, I'm barely hitting it. I'm just tapping it, just hitting, just tapping, trying to clean it up. And that look good. Here, because these are not my hitters, I'm able to create a guideline with my trimmers flipped right over. I advise you to know how sharp your tool is, because if your tool is sharp, you will create a burning sensation in the back of somebody's neck, and we don't want that. So to avoid that, please do not use your hitters on the back of somebody's neck. And I would usually use my Black Label Masters, but I decided going all the way with my Stylecraft, so I kind of miss them. The Black Labels, don't get me wrong, I love them, but these Stylecrafts, there's just something about them. Like, I walked away and I came back and I just felt it. I felt that this is where I miss them. So, you know, be prepared for me to be using these a lot more. I will start buying clippers, giving y'all guys reviews on them, doing haircuts with them. But man, these Stylecrafts, man, go get you a pair if you don't already, please. I decided going the whole way with them. I'm even using the guards. But you know, that's what comes with, you know, being invested in your craft. You know, using different tools, different items, and you know, this coming together clean. I wanted to keep his back neck taper. I want to keep that as low as possible. As you can see, I'm not going all the way up to the back of his head. You keep that neck tape in the back low. I don't know if how many subscribers that I have on my page that is from out of town, but they got the expo, they got the barber expo in Connecticut this year, and within the 3 years I've been cutting, this will be the first one I ever go to, so I will be there. It's like the middle of May. I will be there in Connecticut. Just the market and other things like that. So I hope to see some of you guys there. If you're on my page and y'all are barbers, even if you're in my city and you on my page, you know, I think it's a good look. I actually got invited. I got invited and I couldn't turn down the offer, so you know, I got a phone call. Hey, yo, they got an expo coming. How would you feel about how you feel about going? And I'm like, yeah, I'll go. I don't have a problem with that. You know, the conversation was a little deeper, but to sum it up, that's how it went. So I'll see y'all there. As you can see, this neck taper is coming together with some transition. I just took the guard off just so I can detail, and that looks good. It definitely looks good. As you can see, I did my due diligence. With this back neck taper. Here I'm just debulking with my 1.5. As you can see, I tried to use it in the beginning, but it wasn't. I felt like the taper was super low, so I just wanted to hit at the taper first. And there's nothing wrong with tapering and using the steps that you feel comfortable with. So I advise everybody to come up with their own techniques on how they do things, and then implement it on what you are able to do. You know, this look good. So I do want to talk to you guys about a lot of things. One is me dropping my waterproof enhancements. They're in the makings to being published all over the world, where you don't just have to order them directly from me. Outside of that, I have a product line for as wrapping lotion, mousse, curling curl moisturizer and everything like that. So I do want to be able to give y'all the best products that I use for barbers and people who look up to me and my videos. So I do want to shine light to things that I'm comfortable with, because if you taking every step and you learning everything that the way I'm teaching, why not go for the products I'm using? Why not go for the clippers I'm using? Why not go for the trimmers I'm using? Why not go for the lighting I'm using? And why not just, you know, why not? And I want to be able to have a brilliant mindset and a brilliant master plan with making sure everybody is understanding of my videos. You know, I have a lot of people watching me. A lot of people want me to show them how to cut, but how could I be in 1,000 places at one time? So the only way I could do that is to keep the videos going and give you guys the products that I love to use. And I feel like we are, as barbers, we all use different things. We're all different. We all have our own mind when it comes to this. So that looks good. Like, I normally talk a lot on this side, but it is what it is. Let's lock back in. I go on my hold and spray, blow dry that down. I never really brush the hold and spray, simply because when I put his waves down, I done already used my wrapping lotion and prepped his head and everything. Here, these things are hitters. As you can see, I'm lightly tapping, and these things are, I don't know, man. Like, the way I set this blade, man, like, is it. As you can see, it's hitting. It's hitting. And I just like to, if I'm hitting at it a little too much, I just like to be, I really like to be, like, I don't know. If I see a tiny piece of hair sticking out of that line, I'm gonna, I don't know. That's what I try to avoid. So as you can see, these trimmers it. Modify my own blades, set my own blades, and that's just for me. It's looking good. Check this side out. As you can see, I barely tapped them. I barely touched them. And I'm trying to get, his neck tape is it just looked too good. So I'm trying to pay attention to that while I'm lining them up, and them things don't go well when you know you done gave, you know, a smooth transition, you know. That's clean. That is clean. Here I'm going with a vertical bar. Normally I do vertical bar to vertical bar, but instead I just decided on just hitting, stand within one side and then going to the next. As you can see, these things are hitters. These things are hitters. That looks good. Looks good. That's because he have light spots in his corners. I did decide on doing a lighter side and then working like that. So that's why I'm on this side first. And I'm hitting at the C cup, and that looks good. As you can see, these things are shredded. These things are shredded. And on the bed back here, you want to stay as wide as possible. Please do not dig into nobody's beard and have that beard go straight down if it curls behind their ear. Please. Because beard is almost equivalent to people with waves. They care a lot about how people treat their beard and what work they do to it. My camera died, so I couldn't catch the whole left side of me. His right, my left, of lining him up. But anyways, I'm going in with my waterproof enhancements, and Yes, they're built to last. And as you can see, his beard works look great. Like I said, my camera died, so I couldn't get the rest of, you know, the bed and everything. So I just got what I could get. But this is the main part, because the bed work is pretty much up to you and your client on what they want. So I can't really coach over the bed as much. So as you can see, I'm staying away from digging his hairline in, and which I did. So that's why you see a tiny bit of a gap there. Yeah, I'm going in my real hair fibers. This is just going to touch the hair up, you know, just like fibers. So when y'all say, oh, you sprayed too much enhancements, no, it's the hair fibers sticking over top of the hair to make it look fuller and to give it a better look. Sometimes although somebody's hair might be black, it just might not be the black of the fiber. So, you know, you go ahead and tell them how you feel about it.
All right.
Say it again.
All right.
You right. Again, as barbers, we are locked in. Consistency is everything. When you got guys coming in your shop looking just for you, they are not customers, they are clients. Treat them accordingly. Got guys coming in the shop and the outcome is this. All 2025, we locked in. I want to give you guys 2 videos a month at least, tops. So drop them likes, comment please, and subscribe. Turn that bell noti on. Don't miss a video. Don't miss a video. Now I appreciate everybody that tuned in and stayed around. Cut dope.